What is the biggest reason the Thunder won?
Skip, what you call them? I mean, SGA. I mean, those guys played really well. And see, I think, you know, I have a new profound respect for guys that I've watched, and I watched this team on LeBron's night. I said, Skip, they're really good. I said, that Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, he's better than people think.
It was 133 to 130, visiting team Thunder.
And what you saw last night, I saw, but I had a better seat because I was up close watching him do it. And I'm like,
you didn't even tend to watch him.
No,
you went to watch LeBron.
I watched LeBron. I'm like, can they do something? I'm like, Pat Bam, stop him. Troy Brown Jr., somebody stop him. Like, no, we can't stop him. And we saw that last night. And I told you, Josh Giddy. What did I tell you about his game?
Well, I've been telling you about Josh Giddy.
I said, hey, a rebound short of a triple-double. Lou Dort was sensational the whole game, but he was really good in the first half. And when you get two guys go for over 30, and look at the percentage that they shot. The top guys, 11 of 22 Shai, 11 of 22 Giddey, Lou Dort, 8 of 14. Come on. Look, and I'm looking at this team, I'm like, man, what do they really need? If Chet Holmgren can give them anything, Skip?
Just shot blocking, shot changing, because he's a quick jumper at 7'1".
Yeah, and they young.
Okay. They don't have a post presence right now.
They don't. Okay. They don't. But they can, and they didn't really shoot the ball from three. That night against LeBron, they shot the ball, Isaiah Joe and the Williams brother, they shot the ball lights out.
They rained threes.
And they had Muscala. And Muscala hit like 4 or 5 threes on him.
Yep.
But, Skip, they won this game because SGA was sensational in the second half. And Josh Giddy said, when your leader is not flustered and under control out there, it's a spiral effect. Guys see that and feed off that. His game, you look at him and Skip, and he's never out of control. You know how they say you can't speed Luke up? You can't speed this kid up. No. He goes at his pace. He's like, oh, okay, you going to give me that? Okay, I'll take it. And that drag where he starts and pulls back real hard, he can get he's slithery, he can get all the way to the rim. I tell you what, I bet the Clippers are kicking themselves into you-know-what.
Jeff Van Gundy made the point last night that he believes that SGA should be first-team All-NBA. First team.
I wouldn't fight you. I wouldn't fight you. I'm not going to make no case and say somebody... it might be him and Luka, but although some people might be leaning towards Steph.
You could do that. But if you're first-team All-NBA, that qualifies you as a superstar to me.
Yeah.
Because there are a whole lot of stars out there, and that would make you super-duper star.
Yeah, he was sensational, Skip, last night.
So
they were.
Do you have your final box, Andy?
Yeah.
Okay, so you're raving about the Thunder. I love the Thunder, but help me out. Who shot the ball better from the field last night?
You did.
Okay, I just picked New Orleans. It's not a weak.
That's not your team?
Okay, it's not my team.
Oh, yeah, I forgot they don't have Zion. So
they didn't have Zion, and they got all kinds of internal.
Did you see the way he was dunking last night?
And before the game, I saw the highlights. That's why there's some locker room dissension over why isn't he playing.
Not more than anything else, Skip. But that's a bad look. You can't be out there dunking and windmilling from understanding position.
Don't understand it. Don't understand it.
Do that where there's no cameras, nobody can see it. Because everybody, not the fans, looking at that, and everybody outside, and you talking about, I can't help what people think. What they think, they see you windmill dunking from a standing position.
Jeff Van Gundy also made the point that if Zion had been healthy all year, that's a big if, but if he had, Jeff said they could have won the West this year. Okay, I'm not going to fight that point because I love this team before the year. They lost both Zion and Alvarado, obviously. Right. But, okay, so back to your point. So from the floor last night, they both made 42 field goals total, but New Orleans shot 48.3% to only 45.7% for the visiting team. So I'd say, okay, that's advantage New Orleans. Help me, who won the rebounds last night?
Oh, Valanciunas was owning the glass.
He had 18 total rebounds, so they had 48 total to 38 for the visiting team because the visiting team doesn't have a Chet Holmgren in the middle.
No.
Okay? So if I had told you those two stats going in, if I had told you that the three-point shooting was fairly close. It was 11-9 in favor of the Thunder, but the Thunder took 37, so they shot a grand total of 29.7% from three. That shouldn't be good enough to win a road play-in game, right?
No.
Okay, so what happened? This was a very close game down the stretch, and I'm going to demonstrate to you just how close it was. All right, so in the end, Brandon Ingram has the ball in his hands with 1 minute and 44 seconds left. They are up 2 at this point. They're up 2. New Orleans is up 2 at home. And you could go up 5 or 4.
Yeah.
And if we could see what happened, Lou Dort had been defending him at the highest level, but on this play, it's Shai Gilgeous gets him. And if we could see what happened on this play, this is crucial. This is a turning point play. B.I.'s got the basketball, and he's going to go to his left, and he's going to try to force up a shot. And do we have it? Maybe we don't have it yet. It's 1:44 left, Brandon. Here we go. Brandon Ingram, and he goes. He can't get anything going. He can't get anything going. And guess what? Shai Gilgeous took it right out of his hand. Just took it right out of his hand. I can't get through. I can't get through. And he swiped it from him. It's a crucial play in the game.
Yes.
All right. Now I'm going to show you another New Orleans blunder play.
And then he goes out and gets.
He went down. I'm going to show you that in a second. But this is still New Orleans.
Okay.
CJ. I'm a big fan of CJ, and he's playing with a brace on his hand, and he's going to need surgery on his thumb. But with 37.9 left, they're up a point still. So you're still in some trouble at this point because CJ has been very clutch in his career, and I'll show you what happened. It's that the defense is so suffocating that on Jalen Williams, he has to force up a runner going way to his left. It's not a good shot.
Right.
Okay? That's to go up 3 at that point with 37 seconds left, and you're going to be in bigger trouble, right? But no, he missed it. And then the final play, it was a little bit of a long shot, but they're down 3. And Herb Jones tries to lead CJ up the left side. He tried to get him to run after the ball, and he threw it too far because he wanted him to run into a 3 where this is the last play of the game. This is last gasp, last hope. And he says, I'll lead you up the floor, and he just led him too far. Okay, so that's their side of the story. They had chance.
Yes.
Now, Shai Gilgeous had not scored a point in the fourth quarter until it was time to score points. And down the stretch, in the last minute and 44 seconds, he goes, let me add up his points. He goes, score. There's 8. He scores 8 points in the last 144. If we could see them in a row, this is the first one's off the steal, and to your point, he just went coast to coast and scored it. This is off the steal, his steal of their best player, B.I., and then he's off to the races, and this is going to be hard to stop. It could have been an and one, okay? And then here he comes down again. This is the shot of the game to me.
That could have been an and one.
That's on Herb Jones. That was sweet. That's a superstar shot. And then he goes to the free throw line late, and they needed these free throws, and he goes boom, boom, and then he comes right back and goes boom, boom.
Well, he should have enough practice because he shoot a bunch of them because he gets to the line.
Nobody makes more free throws per game than Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
Yeah.
So to your point, the superstar in the game waited until 1:44 left because he's got poise, he's got patience. He lets, as the coach says, lets the game come to him. It was a beautiful thing to watch because it was not that easy of a game to win. And yet, in the end, Josh Giddy he was 1 of 6 in the fourth quarter. He wasn't very good down the stretch.
Skip, they won this game in the third quarter.
They did.
They scored 39 points. Shai Gilgeous was 6 of 9, 17. Josh Giddy 5 of 5 for 12.
No,
that's 29. So those two guys right there, outscored the Pelicans by themselves. The Pelicans only got 24. Those two guys got 29. So you add another 8 points between another 10 points. So 39 to 24 because they were dead in the water at the half because they had 4 guys. The Pelicans did with double figures. So you're looking like, man, this might be a whitewashing. And then that third quarter, Shai got it going, Giddy got it going, and they just couldn't stop him.
All right, back to Giddy. I've been watching him more and more this year. He's still 20 years of age. 20 years of age.
Yes.
And he's like, when a record comes out, a song comes out, and you listen to it the first time, and you're like, I don't know. And then you hear it again, you're like, I don't know. And then the fourth time, you're like, well, wait a second.
Yeah.
I really like that. And then you can't stop listening to it. That's Josh Giddy. He is 6 feet 8 inches tall. He's like Austin Reeves is, but Austin Reeves is like 6'5"-ish.
Right.
So he's got 3 more inches, a little longer wingspan. And he can just flat out play basketball. He played like at a professional level in Australia. And what a steal was he in the draft, another Sam Presti special, because I look at him and I say, hey, he can't play. And then I started watching him in Summer League when he played with Chet Holmgren. And I'm saying, God, he's got such a good feel for the game, right?
Yes.
And if you leave him open, he's going to make his threes.
Yeah, you watch him up close and personal, you get a sense like, okay, yeah, he really good.
Yeah.
He can really play. And those, like you said, Skip, they're young. They're probably
the youngest team in the league.
Yes.
They're the youngest team. Okay. So all of a sudden, I'm looking at the near future and I'm saying, wait a second.
Right.
Presti has 15 first-round picks in the next 5 drafts. What if he parlays those into at least one more All-Star, right?
Yeah.
Maybe 2 more All-Stars. Right. And Chet Holmgren obviously was injured, couldn't play a dribble this year.
Right.
Again, am I the biggest fan of Chet Holmgren as an offensive player? He can shoot threes. He will become a stretch 5.
Right.
But what he does best is he's a quick jumper. He's a long 7-1, and he can bother. He can alter. He can block shots. Mm-hmm. Well, isn't that what the doctor ordered for this team?
That's exactly what they need, Skip.
Right.
And maybe you're right. Maybe I can trade some of those draft picks, 3 or 4 of those unprotected lottery picks, and get somebody that only has 1 or 2 years left on their contract. I'm not sure they're going to want to resign, but if I can just get them just for a year or 2, Skip, and pair them with that young nucleus that they have.
Yeah. Hey, Lou Dort last night, he's given up like 5 inches to Brandon Ingram.
Yeah.
He is a powerhouse.
Mm-hmm.
He is a force on defense because Brandon Ingram was having a hard time with him, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. But the thing was, Skip, but he's making everybody work on the other end also because he's fearless.
Yeah.
He's getting the ball. He's knocking down his threes. He's 4-8 for 3.
He made 4 in the first half, and then that was it. But he's getting better.
But guess what? So now you got to guard him, and so now he'll put the ball on the floor, and he has like a football body.
He's got a football body.
So he
fullback.
Yeah, he can play through contact. I'm not surprised. Like I said, I have a newfound respect for teams, especially after you see them up close.
Yep.
That's why I was so confident. I said, Skip, this team is better than people think. Okay. They're really good. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, he made me a believer.
Okay.
I'm a believer.
All right. So I leapt to the conclusion last night, late tweet. I could see this team in 3 years from now contending for and winning an NBA championship. Again, Presti needs to cash a couple of more times.
Yeah.
They need another All-Star. Right? But if they do, this team is loaded. And listen, it's a happy team. They're being raised the right way. They all play the right way. They share the ball better than New Orleans shares the ball.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Is SGA going to remain happy being in OKC?
I don't know. It's a good question. It's the same. For a while, it was a Russ question.
Oh, it was a KD question.
Yeah, or a KD question. Yeah. So, I don't know. I'm biased because I grew up there.
Right.
I like it there. I enjoy visiting there.
I mean, you've had guys, think about it. James Harden was there. He won an MVP somewhere else. Yeah. KD was there. He won an MVP in finals somewhere else. Yeah. Russ did win an MVP there. Now, I don't know if Shai's going to win an MVP, but he has the 3rd highest scoring average in a season. And what is he, 22, 23?
Yeah, but the beauty of playing for Oklahoma City is it's the only game in town.
Right.
And so you are the kings of the castle, man. I mean, you are adored in Oklahoma City. You can't have a better fandom there because if you go anywhere else, it's going to be split between the NFL
Football,
team
baseball,
and right.
But here's the thing, Skip. How many guys are just about basketball? A lot of guys trying to build a brand. Guys want to do fashion. Guys want to own sporting teams, esports, or soccer teams. Okay. So I need to be, I don't know if OKC is really conducive for the brand that I'm trying to build.
You could be right. I don't know. KD always says he enjoyed living there. Russ always says he and his wife and family enjoyed living there. Is it L.A.? No.
How many of them still got a house there and go back there and live?
Probably none.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
How many of them got a house out here? How many of them got a house out here in L.A.?
I think Russ's wife has a dress shop there, and I'm not sure if she sold it or not, but it was very successful.
Yeah. How many of them got places in L.A.? When people say, I like living in
everybody.
Exactly.
I mean everybody.
Yeah.
Yes. Including?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, it's not the best place to raise kids, but hey, the kids be okay. It's the best place to raise adults. And I'm the adult.
Yeah. Well, you're a childlike adult.
Okay. You got me. You're right. Yeah.
Congratulations to the Thunder. We'll
Congratulations
see how they
to
fare
me.
Against the Timberwolves
Congratulations
on Friday.
to you.
I told you about them seagulls.
Pelicans will be back. I'm a ride or die. I don't give up. Loyal to the soil. Thanks for watching, Undisputed fans. Subscribe here to get the very latest from Skip and Shannon. Plus, go watch a few segments from our other shows on FS1.